Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. This is Jay with the news. Welcome back to the channel, guys. There's another school shooting that happened 4 days ago. I haven't heard anything about this until today. I didn't really hear any news coverage covering it until today. So to me, this is strange to me. But anyway, let's get to the story.
We are learning more this morning about a deadly shooting at a Nashville high school. A student opening fire in the cafeteria, killing one classmate and injuring another before taking his own life. NBC's Kathy Park is there. She's following the investigation for us. Kathy, what do we know this morning?
Craig, good morning to you. Well, police have not established a connection between the shooter and the victims. And while authorities try to figure out a motive, they've already uncovered some concerning online writings and social media posts linked to the gunman. Meanwhile, we do want to warn you that some of the video you're about to watch is graphic. This morning, a Nashville area high school, now a crime scene, after a teenage gunman opened fire in the cafeteria.
This individual arrived at school on a bus, went into the restroom, I guess to retrieve his weapon, and then went into the cafeteria.
The deadly shooting happening Wednesday morning at Antioch High School, where police say the 17-year-old gunman identified as Solomon Henderson shot and killed 16-year-old student Jocelyn Correa Escalante and injured another male student who was grazed in the arm by a bullet. Authorities say Henderson then turned the gun on himself. Police now trying to determine a possible motive.
There are some materials on the internet that we're looking at.
Students forced to flee, reacting to what unfolded just hours earlier.
We kept hearing like gunfire in the front of the cafeteria, then people looked around screaming.
NBC affiliate WSMV speaking with one student who shared a class with the gunman.
He was not a kid that you would think would do something like that, so I was really wondering what was going through his head.
Panicked parents waiting for hours to be reunited with their children.
Until I lay my actual eyes on her and I'm able to hold her again, you know, I won't feel 100%.
This latest attack triggering memories of the deadliest school shooting in Tennessee's history nearly 2 years ago, when a former student killed 3 students and 3 staff members at the Covenant School. That incident led to a big public push for stricter gun laws in the state, but was eventually struck down by the Republican-controlled legislature.
Grieve, feel what you feel.
Now, another school community in mourning and searching for answers. And according to police, 2 school resource officers were here at the building yesterday, but not near the vicinity of the cafeteria. Once they got there, the shooting was over. The gunman had already taken his own life. Antioch High School will stay closed for the remainder of the week as the investigation continues. Craig.
Kathy Park there for us in Tennessee. Kathy, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching.
So y'all heard that, right? Another school shooting. One happened last year. The year just began, guys. We're only, what, 25 days in, and this is already a school shooting. And for me not to hear this on major network, and it's now I'm hearing this, it's very strange to me. But I'm not understanding what's going on with these kids, man. And so that's one of the stories that I actually gathered, right? And it's more to it. So they actually found they know they know who did it. So we're gonna go into that and find out who, the kid that did it. This is a story where this is the kid that did it, right? Didn't know he was black, which is, it's hard not to throw race in some of these things because it's happening.
Still unanswered tonight. Who, if anyone, knew about Henderson's plan? The manifesto does mention someone helping him write part of it. And Jared Holt, you just saw there, says extremists in online communities identified him as the shooter before police did. Again, as we've mentioned, the teen shooter left behind a lengthy diary, giving even more insight into his thoughts leading up to the shooting. Now News Channel 5 investigates reporter Levi Ismail went through page by page and tells us what he found.
It's the first 4 words of a more than 288-page diary, but it sets the tone for everything you read after. Those words, quote, "I'm burning with hate." From October of last year to the day he carried out his attack at Antioch High School, 17-year-old Solomon Henderson filled these pages with graphic images, Nazi symbols, and plans to carry out an attack. Henderson obsessed over mass killers around the world and declared that he too intends on doing something to kill at least 10 people. But how does this young man go from active high school student to active shooter?
If we just look at it broadly, a lot of people that have carried out these sort of acts have felt othered.
Lauren Ruth Martin is a licensed therapist with novel counseling in Franklin.
We could go, scientifically for a minute. Our brains aren't fully developed when we're 17. Our brains are actually on fire. And so not a lot makes sense, and decision-making is altered.
Martin says this is not about trying to humanize someone responsible for committing a horrible crime, but understanding how we got here. Henderson, by his own admission, fought with his parents and even wrote in his diary about killing them at one point. Struggles with his self-image and resentment over minorities were only amplified once Henderson found community and a sense of belonging with white supremacy groups online.
It's a perfect storm. In online communities, you can also access those in a private way. You get to be the person that you want to project out there online without anybody truly questioning it.
Henderson often wrote things like, quote, "I wish I was white. Self-hating N-word award goes to," with a picture of his eyes.
If we just focus on that idea of being uncomfortable in your own skin, can you imagine how helpless that must feel? Because you literally can't change that.
Another photo appeared to show Henderson in whiteface, but all while this self-hatred is happening, Henderson continues to plan out his attack. He details instructions on how to make bombs and even bought supplies. He then wrote that it made sense to attack during lunch and specifically made note of days when he expected there to be more people of color around. Just days before the shooting, Henderson began to spiral. He wrote, "I'm slipping," and talked about being nervous, scared, and excited at the same time. Henderson posted a final selfie with the caption, "4 hours to go."
I think it's scary for us to acknowledge that given the perfect storm of circumstances, we don't know what we would resort to if we were in that much pain and we had access to such things like guns.
Martin says while there are many nuances on how Henderson became radicalized enough to kill, this is a man who found connection in hate, and that should never be ignored.
We're not humanizing him, but what we're using is this information to better inform how we can see people, how we can help people, how we can make our communities safer.
With News Channel 5 Investigates, I'm Levi Ismail.
Thanks, Levi. So sad and disturbing.
All right, y'all noticed that how they said how he was following these white supremacist groups, and he had a white face. I don't know. Something to me is not. I mean, I'm trying to put two and two together, which something's not making any sense to me, because did he go after any black people though? Because he went after, I think, just the Spanish girl that was on the video, the young girl. I think she was Hispanic, and it was somebody else. They didn't show the person picture or anything of the other person that he shot. Oh, I think that person was glazed by a bullet or something like that. So he went after this girl. I'm not sure she was the one making fun of him or was calling him names, but he didn't go after any other students. He only went after that one child. So if he say he wanted to be white, so they say, how come he didn't go after any black folks? Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense at all. To me, it don't make any sense. I don't know what's going on with these kids, man. And they talking about these white supremacist groups. If they have these pages, how are they allowed to be still online, right? The way they censor the internet so much, I don't understand how they can't find these pages and shut them down. You have people following them, and then people are actually doing the things that these groups are actually doing, right? So all I'm saying is, come on, man. This happening way too much. It's happening way too much. He's young, 17 years old, and this is the ones that's actually doing all the crazy crimes now. And I need to find out, where did he get a gun from? He wasn't aged to purchase a gun. Not at all. Did his parents? I mean, I haven't seen his parents speak at all, because I've been going through different videos and a lot of stuff through online to find out more about him. And the kids were saying like he's not the type of person that would even do anything like that. He was quiet. He was cool. Mostly that's pretty much the MO of a lot of these kids. They're mostly quiet. They have no brothers. They have no sisters. Just one of them. They have issue with their parents. He even said he wanted to take his parents out. He has a diary saying all these things. Sometimes, man, you got to think. I try to put 2 and 2 together, man, to see how is this happening. Because some of these things ain't making no sense. He was able to get into the school. I'm sure some of these schools got metal detectors. I mean, they cannot tell me this school didn't have no metal detector. There was 2,000 students in this school that attended school. And I think it was like 100 and something teachers. That's a lot. That's 2,000 students. Wow, that's a lot. There's some school I don't have more, but, you know, for high school like that, yeah. But I'm just not, I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me I don't believe everything that they're saying. Not at all. Man, rest in peace to the girl family and the one that did get hit, got struck too. Jeez, man. Rest in peace to that little girl, man. And for the other family, man, I'm sorry to even hear this, because I don't know what I would have done hearing that my daughter passed away because some guy came into the school and then did this crazy act of violence towards other students. Just all the things that he was saying online, saying he wish he was white and this. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you guys think, man. Because right now, the way this thing's looking, I don't believe everything what they're saying at all. Never put past on any of these people. You can't trust none of them. Because you just never know. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You guys let me know. Peace out.